You know how there's like the crazy cat ladies? I want to be the crazy chicken lady. I would like to be 37 and for my friends to come over to my house asking for eggs. Hey, it's Nikki and I'm answering 20 questions for 2024.
It could be too much of a good thing, but isn't that a real good thing? Oh baby, look me in the eye and say you don't got it bad.
I would say like the thrill of danger. When something is fickle and not guaranteed, you want it more. And it's always wisely put, a crush is just a lack of information. So if you're infatuated with someone, just get to know them better. It'll cure you, probably. I mean, it depends. I don't think so. I say it in the song. I say, isn't it a real good thing that we're too much of a good thing? It depends. Like if there's like real substance and you're genuinely friends and you like each other, then I don't think so. But I guess you run the risk of like constantly triggering each other if you are very alike, I guess. But no, I would say no. I decided to call the album Buzz because I started gardening and I would hear the buzzing of bumblebees like every spring. And it occurred to me, oh, that means anytime the bumblebees are around, spring's gonna happen. And I think it's just this beautiful symbol that like, whenever you hear or feel this buzz, that you're on the precipice of something great about to happen. And sort of like symbolizes that threshold that you're about to cross. I would say a big highlight would probably be playing Coachella. That was really awesome. And personally for me, I've always wanted to go on a headline tour. It's been, a dream of mine since I was a child, since I first picked up the guitar. So doing my first headline tour around that specific album, Nicole, was really special. And I feel very connected to the fans and just kind of their stories and their lives. And honestly, it's kind of scary how we often just live very parallel lives and everyone is just human and going through the same thing is what I've learned.
4 full laps around the sun, we wouldn't admit that we were done. Now I don't either, I just lost.
It's about this, sort of this like slow but then really sudden demise of a significant relationship. And yeah, it's about a relationship that felt like home, and the music video is very much inspired by The Wizard of Oz and that scene where Dorothy's house gets uprooted and sucked into this unexpected twister, and it's sort of like a symbol for how the ending of this specific relationship felt. And it's sad. It's for all the sad girlies. My fans are fellow sad girls. We just love sad music, and I think I can relate to that. That's why I keep writing sad bops. I grew up in Jakarta, Indonesia, and my mom was a singer at church, and so a lot of our Saturdays were spent at home with a bunch of church folk, and everybody sang and played music, so it was a very lively and musical upbringing, I would say. So it just music has always felt like a familiar friend. And it wasn't until I was 9 or 10 or something, I had always been singing, but I saw Taylor Swift's True Hollywood Story. I don't know if you remember, they used to do that, like True Hollywood Stories. And I was like, oh, that's sick, I want to play guitar. So I got my mom to buy me a guitar, and the rest is history. And then in high school was sort of the first time where I was like, oh, I can't see myself doing anything else. That's sort of my origin story. It was honestly crazy culture shock, just obviously moving from Jakarta to like Nashville, Tennessee. Mostly like going to the cafeteria and not seeing a rice cooker there, I was like, that's really weird. I don't know how I'm gonna survive. My favorite gem from my time in Nashville was attending this like seminar where this artist was kind of talking about their process, and they said to live in your drafts, like live in drafts. And that had always resonated with me because I feel like I'm really bad at that. I want it to just be the final copy and for it to feel done and finished and polished. But yeah, that's always stuck with me, to just sort of be comfortable with things feeling unfinished in your art and in life in general. I've been listening to a lot of Chappell Roan, obviously, just incredible icon. And I've been listening to Maya Hawke's latest record, Chaos Angel. Incredible songwriting, production, everything. I'm so excited to go on tour. It's kind of the payoff for all of this other, for like making an album, obviously. You make an album so you can play it live, and I think that's where sort of the environment where all these songs kind of come to life and suddenly just like make sense in a new way, if that makes sense. And it's just, I really love connecting with the fans and seeing them just like scream words that I penned in like my bedroom, you know what I mean? I think it's just an indescribable feeling as an artist. The tour bus bathroom situation is not glamorous. So I am a little bit nervous about that. But yeah, no complaints. I love touring. It's fun, especially when you tour with people you love and playing music that you love. It's great. I better see you there. My favorite thing about my fans is they are detectives. They're very, very clever and just really, yeah, just too smart for their own good. I would say, I mean, my best friends, obviously, my therapist. Shout out, Lauren. I'm a huge proponent of therapy. It changed my life. Not in like a hippy dippy way, genuinely in like the most micro ways that makes life way more manageable. And essentially, what the biggest takeaway I've learned from therapy is that it's just like your feelings are not facts and you are your thoughts. So if you can figure out a way to change your thought patterns, that's yeah, life can be a lot easier. So yeah, therapy is great. It's been great for me. Okay, Bali is not a country. It is a province of Indonesia. Just throwing that out there. You're welcome. Public service announcement. And the other thing is that it's not really a misconception, but I'm honestly shocked. I'm constantly shocked at the fact that a lot of Americans don't know that Indonesia is the 4th largest country in the world. There's a lot of us. So, just saying. Go to a place called Sederhana. It is like, it's Padang food and it's great. Just trust me. And then the other thing I would say is like, we have incredible indoor malls. Like just state of the art. You're like, you walk in, you're like, where am I? It could very well be a different planet. You should go to any of the malls in Jakarta. It has everything you could possibly want. You need to go to a supermarket, it's there. You want to go see a movie, it's there. You want to go like get some retail therapy, it's all there. Like literally, I have spent from 9 to 9 at malls. So just like, yeah, have at it. Okay, so I'm really into gardening. Fun fact about me. And something that I am so proud of that's growing in my garden right now would be my blackberries. I planted this thornless variety because blackberry brambles have thorns. Fun fact. I'm full of fun facts today. But I got this variety that's like thornless. Long story short, it's wild out here. Like in my backyard right now, it's a party. It's great. It's a party for me, for my friends, and for the birds and the squirrels. Come over. I would say a passion fruit for many reasons, but that's my answer, a passion fruit vine. A passion fruit vine specifically. Because the flowers are, you know what? Just interpret that how you will. Joni Mitchell. I love her. She is my songwriting North Star and just artist North Star. I would have an out-of-body experience and just not have anything to say to her because she's just Joni Mitchell. That's very easy. It's ayam goreng, which is literally just Indonesian fried chicken. I could eat that shit, which I did, by the way, morning, noon, and night. That was my entire childhood, just fried ass fucking chicken with rice, white rice. That's all I ate. That was my diet up until I was like 18 or something, I don't know. I would probably have that as my last meal. I want to have chickens. I am the crazy garden lady. You know how there's like the crazy cat ladies? I want to be the crazy chicken lady. I would like to be 37 and for my friends to come over to my house asking for eggs. Homegrown, fresh from my backyard. You don't need to go to Whole Foods. You don't need to go to Ralph's. You don't need to go anywhere. Just come to my house and I'll have farm fresh eggs for you. That is my dream. One thing that I always have to have on my tour rider. Okay, this is a pro tip to all my other touring girlies out there. Hair ties has been a lifesaver. I am the girl that always needs a hair tie but always loses them. I could be walking down the aisle or something and someone would have to be like, be sure to take off your hair tie. That is me. So hair ties. Thank you guys so much for watching. My single Too Much of a Good Thing is out now. Go listen to it. Pre-save my album Buzz. Drops August 9th.